Proles are former humans altered by entities known as Bavarian elites from level 11. After a month of receiving the drugs given by the Bavarian elite, affected persons should no longer be considered as humans, but rather instances of Entity 12, biomachines devoid of emotions and most of the mental features that made the transformed human a person. Excluding the most well-known differences already discussed, here's a list detailing the differences between human and Prole. Pale skin color, discolored hair, and iris of the eyes as a result of a chemical exposure. Blank stare, emotionlessness, increased pain threshold, blank facial expression, lack of thinking and speech ability. Proles operate according to the same daily routine, which consists of several acts. Due to the absence of a day-night cycle on the level, the separation into segments of the day is conditional. Each Prole will follow the schedule without deviations, even by mere minutes. Some actions performed by Proles only take place due to the presence of a catalyst or a trigger. These triggers usually consist of mechanisms or sounds in the elite factories which exist to make Proles carry out actions not already made natural by the given drug. Despite the complexity of some of the processes performed by the Proles and the factories, they show no signs of intelligence. Thus, not a single instance of Proles communicating with each other or with other entities has ever been observed. Attempts to interact with the Proles in any way will result in minimal aggression on their part, in the form of attempts to push the person away. In the case of direct aggression, Proles will try to use the tools available to them for self-defense. Otherwise, Proles will behave passively at all times. When the Proles are caught by UNCB operatives, despite their initial attempts to push the outsiders away, they soon cease all activity and do nothing until they are released. In the presence of the necessary equipment and materials, the Proles again begin to perform the operations they perform in the factory according to the established schedule. In the absence of work, the Proles stand motionless for an indefinite time without taking any action. Attempts to make contact were unsuccessful. Biologically, the Proles are virtually indistinguishable from ordinary humans. The only difference in internal structure that Proles exhibit is present in one organ, the brain. Prole autopsies revealed damage to the parts of the brain as a result of exposure to the chemicals, particularly the prefrontal cortex and thalamus, causing the converted person's mind to degenerate. This rendered them unable to sleep sufficiently. Manus Regis drug also affected the melanin content of the human body, in an unknown way reducing its amount in skin cells, iris, and hair, resulting in their gradual tarnishing. After 1 or 2 months after the transformation, the Proles die as a result of exhaustion and lack of sleep. Attempts to put the Proles to sleep with soporific drugs were unsuccessful. Attempts to restore the minds of Proles were all deemed unsuccessful. The Proles were discovered by UNCB scouting team D-Runt, sent to explore the slums of level 11. In addition, the journal of the wanderer Charles Hunt was found in one of the apartments, in which described all the stages of transformation into Prole. Interacting with Proles will not do you good or harm if you do not specifically attack them. It is advisable to simply ignore these entities.